Well, howdy gamers. Just came off of a stream. Kind of just wanted to get this out of the way because I'm not feeling too grand. Generally, I haven't been feeling too great this month. But, here we go. We've, of course, done a lot of random gaming this month. We've played DS1, Dark Souls 1 that is, Fading Flame mod. They did some interesting things. I'm not fond of the new bosses too much, because they're usually like... They definitely think Artorias of the Abyss is peak Dark Souls 1, and I am not one of the people that share that opinion. I'm not fond of it, and you might find that weird that I say I kind of like the mod, though. It was decent. I give it a thumbs up. Not 2, just 1. I also played Dark Souls 1. I streamed the majority of that. I just felt like playing through as a pyromancer. And let me tell you, it was the strangest run of Dark Souls 1 I've ever played. Solaire was Sir not appearing in this film. He did not appear anywhere. Not even as a summon, except for the gargoyle fight. He was able to be summoned for that. But every single other instance that Solaire was supposed to be in the game, he just wasn't. I don't know why. I theorize maybe it's because I never killed the Minotaur demon. I was just kind of running all over the place doing whatever. But that was weird. Lautrec killed the Firekeeper. I had exactly 0 boss kills at that point. Like, I came back and I was confused because, like, I've never even seen Lautrec. I haven't killed any bosses. I haven't done anything weird. And this is vanilla Dark Souls 1, by the way. This isn't modded. I had no idea what was going on. And there are just weird things happening all the time where I, like, clip out of bounds and other weird stuff. That was a wild ride, but it definitely a memorable one. Mini note, Night Rain. Yeah, I played some Elden Ring Night Rain. I still don't like it. Yoshi's Island Rando, I can assure you, I don't remember anything about it. Resident Evil 3 Remake, I played through that again on normal difficulty using the Infinite Pistol. And that was, you know, an enjoyable time, as much as you can get enjoyment out of the rather short game. Digimon Cyber Sleuth. Everybody's so fucking horny in that game. Pun entirely intended. It's a decent Digimon game. I've done, like, all the missions except for the one post-game one where you gotta kill Pieldramon, because at that point I was just done with the game. It has flaws, is best I can describe it. Like, there isn't really a reason why you should take Digimon from being megas all the way back down to babies. Because you're just... The only thing you gain from that is ability points. Which is... Like, you don't need very many to increase your level cap, because ability points affect your level cap, but, like, the amount you need is so negligible that it doesn't really matter. And you don't gain accumulative stat points, like you would in like Digimon World Next Order or Digimon World DS, where you actually have a reason to keep twinking your guys up and down the chain, because they're always going to have the same stat gain no matter what. The only thing that matters is that the ability points determine how many like EV training points, if you've ever done that with Pokemon, that you can do with your Digimon, which does translate into extra stat points. And you could go, oh, that's worth it, but there's like also items you can use to just jack up the ability points anyways, so like why bother? Especially because some Digimon take so long to be able to get. Like, what was it? Abacarimon, I think it was, requires you to get, I think it's like any of the big bads from original Season 1 Digimon to level 99. I had Metal Seadramon. So, like, I don't really need to be spending 5 years on this. Eventually, it was brought to my attention that you can get EXP boosting things that basically just add an extra 100% of the EXP you gain from a battle per one equipped. So you can make, it's like, no, I'm stumbling over myself. The game is super grindy until you figure out you can get those, and even then they're kind of RNG to obtain. But once you obtain one, just even one, the game starts becoming a joke. And you can make it so more a joke, where you can just... the meta is 3 platinums, Numamon, I think it was. Yeah, I guess Sukamon's a lesser Evo. 3 platinum Numamon, all equipped to the T with EXP boosting accessories. You won. You beat the game. Congratulations. There's 0 challenge anymore. Now, granted, there are like super bosses that you can fight, and some of them are pretty decent. I like going against Lusamon. He was a rather interesting fight, unique to every other fight in the game, and felt difficult but fair. Unlike Leviamon, who gets, who basically cheats. He has an attack that guarantees instant kills on your guys. And he has priority over everything else. And just kills your entire party. And he'll just get into that for a while, so he'll like wipe out your active team, wipe out your bench line, wipe out your next bench line. And the only way you can survive is if he either misses or you have a thing that prevents instant death. How you know this going in? You don't! That's the best part! No thanks. And that similarly goes for this one fight where you're going against Alphamon, Omnimon, and Gallantmon. Don't leave Omnimon for last. because if you do, you lose. Just straight up, he will do more damage than you can possibly have HP to your entire party repeatedly until you're done. There's no way to win it if you do that. So what you gotta do is take out Gallantmon. No one gives a shit about Gallantmon. He's also the weakest. Then whittle down Alphamon, but also then prioritize Omnimon. Kill him, because Alphamon doesn't seem to give a shit about Omnimon. So do that, and then you can finish off Alphamon, who's also kind of weak. And then you win the battle. It doesn't feel like a challenge. It just feels like, oh, you should have seen that one coming, Junior. Oh, what's that? You didn't read the strategy guide beforehand? Well, sucks to suck. And yeah, I don't care. Alright. Other things we've played. Elden Ring Convergence mod. I played that for a bit, and then I didn't. I don't have much to say about it because I haven't gotten very far. It's pretty nifty. They do some, like, greatly expanded upon magic systems. I recommend giving it a try, actually. From what I've played so far, it is interesting and a bit difficult. They've also added, like, whole new structures and things. So, you know. It's like DLC in a mod. I believe you do need the Elden Ring DLC in order to run the mod, by the way, so don't think you're getting the DLC for free. You little scalawags. Dark Souls 3 Convergence. I also tried that out. It was going pretty strong for a while, then it just stopped. I think it was around the time I just started feeling ill. It's pretty neat. I was playing as like this Thorn Hermit, and it's interesting having a playstyle where your main form of damage is dodge rolling into things. That was pretty neat. There's also some other things, because it's like underneath, like, druid magic is a branch of the magic classes. And like the two trees, pun intended, of the druid classes are like life drain druid magic with summons, or the other one is thorns and buffing. And of course, I chose the thorns and buffing, though I do have summons. Sipping my soda, drinking a Dr. Pepper. Been the first Dr. Pepper I've got my hands on in a while. I don't know why they're so hard to find these days. Alright. Current async. I've been playing Zelda 1, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World, Ocarina of Time, and what? Why do I have SM12? What? Oh no, that's Super Mario Land 2. Goodness. I've actually already completed Super Mario World and Zelda 1. So there's 3 games remaining. One of our players are sadly, like, MIA a lot of the time because they've been dealing with health issues. I've been dealing with health issues. Another player also has been dealing with health issues of their own. It's a big mess. But we're going, you know. Next, Meow demo. Spelled G-N-A-W. Plays like a little dinosaur guy. and you fight critters and you vor them for HPs and also get power-ups. It was pretty nifty. I'm not huge on puppet animation styles. That is to say, like, think Flash. That's what I'm talking about when I mean puppet. Not literal puppets, but like digital puppets, I guess. It's not my favorite kind of art style. I kind of look down upon it a bit. But it's okay. It looks pretty decent, and it plays pretty nice. And, it's fun. Speaking of Vor, Digested demo is out. And that's a funky little survival horror kind of game. Found footage sort of deal. Your camera is a body cam. And you are navigating. There's going to be different environments, but the demo, you're inside of like this interior maze. And the general goal is to not get digested. And how do you get digested? Well, there's a giant snake that roams the level. And it tracks you by sound, smell, and heat signature, I think. There's some funky mechanics to it. I've not successfully beaten the demo. I've come close. Because, like, the goal, how you escape the maze of snakiness, there are, like, a bunch of eggs scattered throughout the level on these podiums. You find them, and you just stare at them until they explode. And the snake, when it doesn't have a trail on you, tends to check up on the eggs. So you gotta be careful. You might want to check the... you might want to destroy the ones that are like in dead-end areas first, so that you have a better chance of escaping. You're not just trapped in there with the snake. It's pretty cool. You can, like, take your body cam off your body and poke it around corners to see. I'm doing motions like you can see me, but, you know. It's pretty nifty. And then they censored being vored in the demo. It's kind of silly. The reason why you wanted to find these eggs, because there are... let me think. I believe there are 8 eggs. There are like 10 points on the map. It's randomly generated each time. 1 is the entry point, which is already automatically marked. And 1 is the exit point. The other 8 points get shown per each egg you broke is being fake, because if you go into a fake exit gate, it's a mimic, and you get digested. It basically closes in on you, and it fills up with gastric fluid, and you're dead. So, it's a pretty promising, nifty little game. I enjoy the demo. Next, Link to the Past Rando. One of the worst randos I have ever played. It's been incredibly cursed. It's been a few cursed randos this month. Is that what happened with Yoshi's Island? Might have been. Resident Evil 8. Was it last month I did the Village of Shadows? Yes. This month, I did various challenges in one run. So, there's the don't spend money, don't organize your items, don't use heals, and speed run through the game. So, I did that. Just because I felt like it. It wasn't very hard. I do kind of, like, I notice on my repeat playthroughs, I kind of wish you could skip the doll mansion, because it doesn't change between difficulties or playthroughs. It's just the same thing, and it's kind of dull. So if you know everything, it's an escape room. There's no challenge. 0. It loses its charm after the first playthrough. Lethal Company. I played some of that. I got farther than I ever have before. I made it to week 3. They've added some new, tile sets to the game since I last played. It's pretty neat. Fallout 4. Oh yeah, I tried playing Fallout 4 again because I'm a glutton for punishment and suffering. I tried playing it like a looter shooter. It was the most boring fucking experience of my life. Slight exaggeration. But I was done with it pretty damn quick. Donkey Kong Country 3 rando. Oh yeah, that one was weird because that's the first time I ever played through DKC 3 in a rando that I never got BK'd in. It's a first. Pretty interesting. Lego Batman 1. I got it on sale for like a couple bucks. And it has been enjoyable. It is, if I remember right, Lego Batman is like the 3rd of the Telltale Batman games? I mean, not Batman games, Lego games? If I remember right. Because there's like Lego Star Wars, the prequels, I think. Then they did Lego Batman. So this is like a PS2 era game. Like, I remember playing the demo of this at a Walmart like 20-some years ago. It was forever ago. Yeah, it's been pretty interesting and enjoyable. You know, it's your standard Lego game. Not really much to say other than that. If you've played the original Lego Star Wars games, it's pretty much the same thing. You played one game, you played them all, in essence, it's just a different theme and level layout in each pack. But still, it's get a thumbs up for me. They still have a lot to go, but I also got hooked on Fallout London again. Because Fallout London is Fallout 4 if Fallout 4 was at least any good. They still have things to work on the game, evidently. Like, last night, I was even playing it still. I got to the end of this expansive super dungeon, and then it's like, can't get any further because you need this office key. And it's like, okay, I don't really want to walk all the way back and come out empty-handed if this is a case of, like, is this going to be a quest thing where I have to come back here for a quest, or what have you. No, it's just not added to the game yet. The item to open the doors is in the game's files, but it is not currently obtainable without cheats because the dungeon is not finished. So the dungeon was already pretty massive, and it's going to be even bigger still, which is pretty cool. Like, it's better to leave you wanting more, I guess, than to feel like your time is wasted, like with Fallout 4. But Fallout London, I give it a huge, big, fat thumbs up. And an extra normal thumbs up beside it. So, yeah, if you have Fallout 4 on Steam or GOG, if you're thinking of getting it, get it on GOG so that you can just play Fallout London without having to run a bunch of mods. If you have the Steam version of the game, you need to get the downgrader patch, which basically downloads the old version of Fallout 4 before the next gen update, because that's the update that infamously broke everyone's mods. Yeah, and they're doing that again with they're trying to pull a Skyrim with Fallout 4 by releasing Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, which has more paid mod crap. Yay! And it's coming to Switch 2. Woo! So if you want to play a disappointing looter shooter that likes to think it's an RPG, well, you can do much better because Cyberpunk 2077 is on the damn thing. But Fallout 4 is on there if you are a Bethesda shill or really, really that damn curious and have no other platforms to play it on. Let's see, extra things. Retrieval ZX and Tales of Doug. You might recognize these as games that I have made myself, because Retrieval ZX was the thing I made for Mulgado's Spoopy Pooter Jam. It's a game jam that I put out, and I participated in that. That's my thing. Retrieval ZX is like a super stripped down version of a survival horror game I plan on putting out in the future. Feel free to give it a spin. It's the name. If you can't tell by the name itself, ZX is a reference to the ZX Spectrum, which is a popular British gaming PC of the 80s. I took inspiration from that in the resolution size, as well as the sprite size and sprite coloration. Literally using the ZX Spectrum's color palette. So, I hope you have fun with it if you give it a try. And Tales of Doug is a little survival shmup thing. Twin stick shooter sort of deal that I put out. I don't think it was last year. If it was last year, it was super early. I don't remember. No, I can look. Tales of Doug. When did I release this? January 21st, 2024. Yeah, I was developing it in 2023 though, for the most part. I just finished it in 2024. But yeah, it's a fun little game I made. I was playing it to get an idea for a few things with Retrieval ZX. And of course, Retrieval ZX is on here because, of course, I'm going to be testing the game to heck and back. And my headphones decided to turn themselves off because I haven't had sound playing for a while. Anyways, next thing, Mario 64 Rando. I played Mario 64 in a rando with Rosari, who is also playing Super Mario 64. If I remember right. No? Wait, no. hang on. I think that was the one I was doing with Sam, wasn't it? Yeah. So never mind. I was playing Mario 64 with Sam, and it was going smoothly for the most part, but Sam went MIA for like 2 hours because he had to go eat food. Can't blame him for that, but after I collected everything in the game, it's like there's no reason for me to really sit here and wait for 2 stars, because I was at 68 of the 70 I needed. So for the first time ever, I BLJ'd up the stairs. That was, I felt a little accomplished. Wait, why do I have muted audio in today's stream? Failed to load module. Thank you, Twitch. Anyway, another game, Silent Hill 4! The Room! This is one of the few Silent Hill games available on PC at this current time. And it's available on GOG, and that's the version I'm playing. The FMVs are scuffed to hell. I don't know what is going on there. Evidently, it is some recent Windows update. I'm going to guess it's probably the infamous one where they started including AI code into the operating system, which was an absolute disaster and fried people's solid state drives. Anyway, that aside, the game plays correctly and looks fine. It sounds fine. The game itself is kind of mediocre. Its combat system is one of those kinds that just doesn't feel like it wants to be engaged. I keep falling backwards. Anyway, it doesn't want to be engaged, and you can just kind of walk around enemies most of the time, except for these annoying floating zombies, which you have to run away from because not only can they grab your nipple and give you a titty twister for some reason, but they also just hurt you simply by existing in your general vicinity. I don't know why, it's kind of annoying. The puzzles is simple so far, but alright. I found the one with the cursed key to be cute, but I don't know. The game feels like doesn't feel bad, but it's not super interesting. So I just kind of haven't continued it. Maybe I'll continue it tonight. Spooky Ween and all that. And the final thing, which I should probably add to the list because I did do it just before this. Solo Rando. So I played Ocarina of Time today on Halloween. I did a solo rando because no shows in the typical weekly. So I wanted to stream today. And so I did. Didn't go for as long as I wanted to, because I just started feeling pretty bad after like 2.5 hours in. I wanted to go for 4 hours, but it is what it is. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. I've been seeing things in the original Oot Rando system, not Archipelago, because they are... Archipelago's like a couple versions behind. So yeah, I didn't finish it, but I do plan on playing more in the future. So if you want, follow me on Twitch, and we'll get the rest of that done. Anyhow, eat lots of candy. Have a lot of fun. It's Halloween. One of the few holidays I actually observe. So get out there and vorf some almond joys from Meow. Take care. Peace. See you next month.